This is a video that's going to tell you about your personal learning network reflections and our PLN assignment, PLE assignment. And I think when I had you create your website, you knew that you had to do a page under Tech Projects that said PLN/PLE. So you're going to define, again, go back and read this little short 2-page EDUCAUSE. It will have the definitions that you need to put into this table that we're going to create in a minute. So define both a personal learning environment and a personal learning network and explain the differences between them. Cite where you got the information. You can even get it from the reading. Look on Google and go to images of personal learning networks and personal learning environments and select a graphic and paste by the definitions. I'm going to show you this in just a minute. Next, you're going to create a table, 4 columns and 3 rows, and you're going to have 3 categories down the side: blogs, curation tools, and microblogs in column 1. The next column, you're going to have definitions, and you're going to provide a link of at least 2 examples of each category in column 3. You're going to research to find examples, make the column number examples. During the semester, you will write a reflection of what I learned for each category on separate Google Docs. And you don't have to worry about these until we get to that point in the class. So it'll probably be in the next couple of weeks. And we'll develop this table over the semester. So now let me go to my sample website here. So under Tech Projects, I have PLN PLE. So you'll be in the edit mode, which is like this, and you're going to have the PLN PLE. So the first thing you're going to insert in the PLNE is a text box. So what you can do here is you can put the definition of the PLN, and you need to cite where you got it from. Then underneath it, a little bit further down, you can put the definition of your PLE and the site you got it from. Then in these next 2 spots over here, you're going to insert a graphic. Insert a graphic example of a PLN. You can find in Google Images. Usually I make y'all create one, but for the sake of time, I'm going to let you find one on Google Images. Same thing, you're going to insert a graphic example of a PLE. And then again, you're going to find in Google Images. And I'll show you an example of one in a minute. Now, make sure that you cite right over here. I'll put the spelled on the site where you got the definition from. Same thing. Okay. Now, the next thing you're going to do, so if I'm going to do the image of a Google site, I can go up here to Google Images and do image of a personal learning, if I could type, network. So here's some. You can view them and you can pick one you like. So what I do is I kind of take a look, say I'm going to be a teacher, so I kind of want a personal learning network of a teacher. So I can find one like this one, and I can copy it and I can insert it. I don't want to share this. A lot of times I will just insert an image that I saved. I can even screenshot it. So I can upload an image and I saved, I think that one right there on the desktop. Here it is. And I'm going to put it in there. Okay. So I'm going to move this one up by the definition of a personal learning network. Okay, not that big. So here's my example that I've found of a professional personal learning network. Now, like I said, I'm not making y'all draw them. I usually make people create one, but I'm just going to let y'all find one off of Google and insert it by your definition and make sure you cite where you got the definition from. The next thing you're going to need is to insert your table on your website. So all you're going to do is you're going to go to your Google Drive, open a Google Doc called PLN PLE table, and I've already drawn it, but just do insert table and make it 4x4. And then after you do that, you're going to type in categories, definitions, examples, and reflections. The definitions is it should be the definition of the blog, the definition of the creation of the microblogs, and where you got them from. And so you can even get them from somewhere on Google, but you'll need to get the definitions. Then you need to find 2 examples of each type. So for example, WordPress, I would find WordPress, then I will link it to the WordPress site. Let me give y'all another little tip. If you look back at some of those old sample student websites that I've given you, you can look at some of theirs and maybe even borrow some of their examples. Okay, so then you always want to share it and make sure, now this is a problem, a lot of people, if I ever send you a message back saying, I can't view your document, that's because you forgot to share it, and make it right here where anyone on the internet with this link can view. You'll copy the link if you're going to just use the link, but we're not using the link, so you don't need it. So you just click done. So now I know that this is viewable. Then I'm going to go back to my website and I'm going to insert it from my Google Drive. So that's what I did right here. Let me delete this again just to show you. I'll go right here and I'm going to go insert from Google Drive and go to my folder that I know that I saved it in. PLN PLE table, and there it is. And this is what you click this, you can open the document in a new tab, but it allows you, when you open this up in a new tab, it allows you to exactly type in just like I was doing a minute ago, but you probably have to open it. Remember that every time you create something new on your website, you've got to hit publish, because you've got something new to publish. So see, here was the draft, and it will publish what I've got over here. So I'm going to click publish. And then if I want to see what I created, I'll just go view publish site. So some of y'all were asking me, do we fill all this in? No, we're going to be filling in this website just a little bit every week as we learn new things. So at this point, you should have had the PLN PLE page done. You should be able to put your home page in. You're going to insert your home page, what your actual website's about, and your biography. Make sure you follow the directions and have a picture of yourself and the 3 paragraphs that it lists. Now, as far as your topic of your website, and I think I may have said this earlier, it can be on something you want. If you're not going to be a teacher, and if you're going to be a coach, it could be on coaching. If you want it to be on a hobby that you're going to teach about, say you're good at riflery and you want to teach someone about riflery, you would do your whole website on that. I want you to do a topic that is applicable to something that you're going to use in your life. Okay, so that gives us how we're going to do the PLN PLE. So that's just kind of a sample right there. Okay,